Welcome to the Prince Mohammed bin Fahad Stadium here in Dammam for the first of a double-header in Group E today between FC Nasaf and Al Sadd from Qatar. This is one of the closest groups, actually, in the AFC Champions League so far, so all to play for. All four teams can still make it through to the next stage of the competition. Al Faisaly currently sit top. A win for them today, and that would put them very much with 1 foot in the round of 16, but Nasaf, Al Sadd and Al Wahdat could still have a say in this, of course, with 6 points still to play for. So interesting games to come. Nasaf lost against Al Faisaly and then picked up a point in the return fixture. Al Sadd have had two interesting games against Al Wahdat. They won the first one by 5 goals to 2, but then were beaten 3-1 just 4 days ago in that return fixture. So they will be keen to get back to winning ways. And don't forget that no Qatar side made it through to the round of 16 last season. So there's the incentive for Al Sadd and their coach Javi Gracia, the man who took over from Javi Hernandez. Nasaf came through a qualifier against Bani Yas, winning by 2 goals to 0 back on the 15th of March to book a place in the group stages of the AFC Champions League, the side based in Kwaji in Uzbekistan. Al Sadd were dominant in the Qatar Stars League last year. 15 points, the margin of victory from Al Dahail. 20 wins, 2 draws from 22 matches. They were unbeaten through the league season. There is the Nasaf bench. Squads of 35 as well. There's a lot of players for the coaches to choose from. So there is a real good scope for some squad rotation here with these games coming thick and fast. So every 3 or 4 days there is a game, so we have seen quite a lot of squad rotation. Rizikul Berdiev is the coach of FC Nasaf. So Al Faisaly will play Al Wahdat in the late game today. So a win for either team here would take them, Nasaf potentially onto 8 points, Al Sadd onto 7. And if Al Wahdat can do them a favour, they would go on to 7 as well, which would leave us nicely poised, as I say, going into the final round of matches in 4 days' time. So Wednesday, the group will conclude. Neither side has been, with that one exception for Al Sadd, the 5 goals they put past Al Wahdat, they've not managed to score more than 1 in their other 3 matches. Nasaf have been pretty good defensively. They've only conceded 2 goals so far. And it was 2 goals from Stanijevic that gave them that victory over Al Wahdat on match day 2. Reminder, it's only the top team that goes through to the next stage of the competition. Already 3 teams, or 2 teams rather, have made it through. Al Hilal, Al Shabab, all going through from groups A and B. Al Dahail are also through as well from Group D. So Group E is the tightest group in the Western section. Two teams just about ready to make their way out here. Be interesting to see how both these sides line up today. Al Sadd do like that three at the back. Pedro, Tarek and Abdel Karim have been constants in the side this season. Santi Cazorla's had a couple of good games. Akram Afif is a talented player up front. And let's not forget Andre Ayew as well, who made his first appearance in the last match 4 days ago. So it is Nasaf in the red tonight. Al Sadd all in white. Al Sadd were the first Arab side to win the AFC Asian Club Championship back in 1989. They also won the AFC Champions League 11 years ago now, 2011, when they beat John Bokundo Motors in the final. 4-2, a penalty shootout win after a 2-2 draw. A familiar figure you just saw there of Santi Cazorla. The Al Sadd captain is Hassan Al Haydas, who's had a good tournament so far. Al Haydas. His opposite number, Umabarak Eshmudarov for Nasaf. Flying the flag for Uzbekistan. Well, there is the Nasaf lineup. As you can see, 5 players on yellow cards tonight. They make just the one change to the starting lineup. There was an injury in the last match very early on, which caused them to have to change things around. So it is the number 17, Nuralev, who comes in. He came off the bench in the last match to replace Solovyev. That is the only change for Al Nasaf tonight. Manning from China is the referee. On the whole, the standard of the refereeing has been pretty good in this competition as well. We haven't seen too many cards brandished around for no reason. Al Sadd make 5 changes to their starting lineup tonight. Mohamed Wad comes in, as does Akram Afif, who's recalled to the starting lineup. Kuki returns, as does the goalkeeper Barsham, and Andre Ayew coming back in up front, having scored in the 5-2 win over Al Wadat on match day 3. Solovyev is listed as being on the bench tonight, having picked up that injury in the last match. Whether we see him or not, it looked quite a serious injury. May just be there in case of any issues. Rodrigo Tabata has scored in the last 2 matches for Al Sadd. There is Ruskiel Berdiev and his opposite number, Javi Gracia. Marning is the referee, as we say, tonight. So we will have the short countdown to kick off, and then we'll be underway. Andre Ayew prepares to get things underway. It will be Al Sadd who will kick from left to right in the first half. So that back 3 has been the favoured formation for Al Sadd. They played same opposition, Nasaf, on match day 1, and Pedro and Abdul Karim were both red carded in that game. They played the last portion of the game with just 9 men. Early chance for Andre Ayew on the turn, didn't catch it well enough, and it's comfortably taken by Nemetov. What a chance inside the first minute for Al Sadd. Haydos re-delivered. Ayew just couldn't turn and get the required power on the shot, but early alarm bells ringing for Nasaf. Now to run by Mozgovoy. Mozgovoy again. Bozarov. Good ball into the channel for Norchayev. And first-time shot from the edge of the area from Stanijevic, and another save. So both goalkeepers called into action early here. Barsham pushing that one away. It's a good open start to the game. Shoulder charge from Eshmuradov on Andre Ayew. Seemed like a fair shoulder-to-shoulder challenge from Eshmuradov and Andre Ayew. Here's that shot again from Stanijevic. Scored twice in the 2-0 win over Al Wahdat. Hails from Serbia, Marko Stanijevic began his career at Crvena Zvezda. Akram Afif is over the free kick. They missed the influence of Afif in the last match. Did come on just past the hour against Al Wahdat, but by then the game was just running away from Al Sadd slightly. Afif with a free kick. Too high for Kuki. And behind for a goal kick. Muskil Berdiev, the man who's masterminding this charge for, or a challenge rather, for the round of 16. Javi Gracia played as a defensive midfielder, played most of his career in Spain with Bilbao and Real Sociedad, finished his career at Cordoba. Afif. Al-Haydas. Here's the overlap from Pedro. The ball wasn't a good one, though, from the captain. One-all draw when the sides met in that very first game. Pedro own goal put Nasaf in front before Kuki's equaliser 10 minutes into the second half. Ayew. Well, let's aim towards Ayew, rather, from Abdul Karim. Gets a thumbs up from the striker. First season at Al Sadd, scored 43 goals for Swansea in the UK. Chase on here for Bozarov, but the ball will just beat him into touch. Abdul Karim. Wad. Up to Michel Barsham in goal. There's a chase on for Akram Afif. Nematov's been able to gather that one just inside his penalty area. Scored a penalty in the match against Al Wahdat, Akram Afif. High challenge by Pedro, which has caught Davronov. Looked a nasty one as well. He might need some treatment here. Davronov was in full flight. Just caught that ankle, I think. Very slowly getting back to his feet. Only a throw-in taken by Pedro. Didn't look a particularly legal throw, and I think his hands went right back behind his head, but the referee allowed it to run on. It's a poor clearance. It's out for Uzbekistan, a Nasaf ball, rather. Davronov still feeling that ankle a little after that challenge from Pedro. There's Mozgovoy. Eshmudarov. All the way back to Nematov. Abdul Karim just allows the ball to run out of play. They were prolific in front of goal in the QSL as well, Al Sadd. 80 goals scored, 21 more than the second place side, Al Dahail. Really was one of the most dominant seasons it's been seen in the Qatar League. Back to Barsham again. Afif. Just overrun it slightly, nicked away from him by Mozgovoy. Foul on Bozarov by Guilleme. Mozgovoy. Abdul Karim came across and has just flattened Nuralev. I'll say Abdul Karim and Pedro were red carded in the first match between the sides, so there's a bit of history there between those two, or between the two sides rather. Nuralev had his eye on the ball. It was a hefty challenge from Abdul Karim. Just a telling off, I think, from the referee. Could have been a lot nastier than it was. I think Davronov is still receiving a bit of treatment to his ankle as well. So Ma Ning is the Chinese referee tonight. Have a look at that challenge from Abdul Karim. It was a little bit reckless, but he didn't get a card for it. It's nodded down to Eshmudarov. No trouble for the goalkeeper, Barsham. Back pass is a little bit short from Tarek. So Nasaf have drawn a blank in the last two matches, failed to score in both games against Al Faisli. Davronov is back on again. Ishmuradov. Ali Kulov. Ishmuradov. Goes back to Nematov. Too high for Abdul Karim. Santi Cazorla. Wad. Al-Haydos. Two in front of Al-Haydos. Oh, it's a poor ball, trying to play it back for Pedro, but unforced error from the captain. 292 QSL games for Hassan Al-Haydos. He's been at Al Sadd all his career. It's only 4 short of 100 goals for them now as well. Akram Afif. Guillaume Afif. Abdul Karim. Long range shot from Wad. Bouncing wide, no trouble for the goalkeeper. Has scored already in this competition. Mohamed Wad. Abdul Karim tidies up before Stanijevic can get there. Tarek. Guided on by Ayu. Afif. Pulled down inside the centre circle by Davronov. He's issuing a lot of tellings off at the moment, this referee. Good to see, though, he is telling off, not brandishing cards straight away. Nasaf have had more of the ball in the opening quarter of an hour so far. There's Davronov, just kept that one in play after nicking it back off Akram Afif. In fact, there was a late flag that's gone up, so it will be a throw to Al Sadd. Kuki. Abdul Karim. Not a great ball. I think he was aiming that for Akram Afif, but it was always a little bit hopeful. Bozarov. Nurulev. Good run. Abdul Karim there gets back to guide it back to Barsham in goal. Stanijevic. Mozgovoy. Stanijevic. Mozgovoy. Little triangles for Nasaf at the moment, but not really gaining much in terms of territorial advantage. Davronov gets it back from Bakitdinov. Given away cheaply again, though. Al-Haydos. Guillermo looking for Akram Afif, but once again, overhit. Another free kick. One or two clumsy challenges going in at the moment. Mkhitaryan. No real conviction in that. I'm sure it was meant for a cross rather than a shot. Known as the Al-Zim Al-Sad, which means the boss, translated. The only Qatari team to win the AFC Champions League. Nasaf did reach the semi-finals of the 2001-2 Asian Club Championship, lost out to Suwon Blue Wings. Guillemette. Pedro. Akram Afif. Straight into Davronov Shin, so it will be a corner to Al-Sad. Does cover plenty of ground, Akram Afif, for the side. Very hard-working player. Scored 14 goals in 18 appearances in the league. Well, the league season that's just finished. It was right the way across it. Almost found its way through to Andre Ayew. Al Haidos. Moscovoy. Bit of space for Mkhitaryan if he can find him. He's forced to check and go back the other way, though. Afif. Pedro. Andre Ayew's come very deep to get the ball here. He's got Al Haidos outside him. Guillemette. A huge amount of urgency around about Al-Sad at the moment. Tarek. Ayew. Guillemette. Tarek. A little slip from Tarek, but he managed to recover his poise. Cazorla with him, goes outside to Abdul Karim. It's a flat delivery into the box for Al Haidos. Andre Ayew. Trying to make himself a shooting opportunity, was forced cross-field. It's Abdul Karim. That's out of play. Clumsy from Al-Sad. He's taking a whack in the back here, Nurchayev, so there will be a little bit of a stoppage. Last time Nasaf played in the group stages was 2018. They finished third. They're in a group with Al-Sad on that occasion as well, back in 2018. Norchayev just receiving some treatment. Those two games that were played in 2018, it was a 4-0 win for Al Sadd in Qatar and a 1-0 win for Nasaf in Uzbekistan. So one win apiece and a draw. It's a very even record from the 3 matches that these sides have played so far. Davronov. Chase on here for Bozarov. Kuki was back on defensive duty. The referee has given another free kick. It's very stop-start at the moment. There's been a couple of Nasaf players that have needed treatment. Free kick taken quickly. Bozarov. For goal, it came off the shins of Tariq, and another challenge on the edge of the area earns another free kick. It's Andre Ayew this time that's been fouled by Bozarov. I don't think there was anything too malicious in that, just clipped Andre Ayew as he tried to hurdle over the top of him. Pedro. Looking for Andre Ayew. First season at Al Sadd, 15 goals across the league season. Had a loan spell at Fenerbahce before moving to Qatar. There's Ali Kulov. Davronov. Ayew. They'll hide us outside him. Cazorla. Krumafif can't keep it in play and turns goalkeeper. Lofted ball from Santi Cazorla. 250 appearances for Villarreal in 2 spells. Scored a fine goal in the 5-2 win over Al Wahdat. It's a good game, that game against Al Wahdat. Afif put Al Sadd ahead in the first half before 2 goals before half-time, turned it round in Al Wahdat's favour, but then in the second half, Cazorla, Ayew, Tabata and Al Bayati, or Wad, made it 5-2 and a comprehensive win in the end for Javi Gracia's side. There's Mukitdinov. Mozgovoy. Davronov. Ali Kulov. Nicely done, Mukitdinov inside to Bozarov. Nicely pulled back. Oh, there's a slip in the middle from Stanojevic. He looked for a moment as if he might just latch onto that loose ball and have a good scoring opportunity, but he just lost his footing at a vital moment. Turn by Guillaume. Starting to see a lot of the ball. Al Sadd at the moment, as you saw earlier on, Nasaf did have more of the early possession. Al Sadd is starting to just come into the game a little bit more now. It's gone back to Tarek. Ali Kulov. Overlap from Saitov. Just on the wrong wavelength. Nuriliev. Manu Say came into the starting lineup. The only change for Nasaf today. Here's Santi Cazorla. Has started every match so far, Santi Cazorla for Al Sadd. Tarek forced to go back to the goalkeeper, Kuki, to maybe try and start building from a deep position. Out wide by Ward to Abdul Karim. Two in the middle. Al Haidos couldn't get up high enough. And the ball will go over the top. Didn't quite get off the ground enough there, Al Haidos. Al Sadd captain. Played every game for Qatar in the Arab Cup back in December, scored in a 3-0 win over Iraq. It's way over the target. Stanijevic. Knows he should have done better with that one. It was blazed high over the top. Throwing, I think, right in the corner for Pedro. I think he was in the right position the first time to take the throw. Coming up to half an hour gone. Not too many clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities in the opening 30 minutes for either side. Reminder, a win for Al Sadd will take them on to 7 points, a point behind the leaders Al Faisley, who are in action later. A win for Nasaf, they would go on to 8 points, the same as the current leaders. So plenty to pay for both these sides. Kept in by Bozarov. Trying to pull that one back towards the edge of the area to Nuriliev, who was arriving. Davronov. Javi Gracia started out as the youth coach of Villarreal. Went on to coach Almeria, Osasuna, Ruben Kazan, and also Watford as well. Looks like we're going to have a change here as well for Al Sadd. It's going to be Tabata that's coming on. Looks like Guillem's got a problem, so the substitute will come on. There's no hesitation about getting the substitute ready, whether it was an injury that Guilherme was probably carrying anyway. So confirmation, Guilherme goes off. Rodrigo Tabata comes on. Spent 9 years of his career in his native Brazil. He's a Qatar national now, so he doesn't have to play as one of the 4 foreigners, or the 3+1 foreigner, should I say. Tabata has got a couple of goals to his name already. Scored in the last 2 matches, in fact, against Al Wahdat. Tariq. Abdul Karim. Kuki. Chase on here for Pedro. They do love to get forward, Pedro and Abdul Karim, where possible. It's not a great ball. Cut out by Cazorla. Cazorla again, Kuki. Allowed to run by Abdul Karim for Akram Afif. He'll continue his run forward, but the ball doesn't pick him out. Cazorla. The touch almost presented it straight to Abdul Karim. It's allowed to run to Akram Afif. Too many shirts between him and the goal, though. Just the 3 shots on target so far in the opening 35 minutes. Couple going to Al Nasaf. There's Pedro. Mkhitaryanov. Good movement off the ball again by Bozarov. A great ball across, it's just flicked away by Tariq. It was an important touch as well. There were players around him. Allowed to run by Stanijevic. Stanijevic again. Bozarov. Moscovoy. Norchayev. Good defending, not giving Norchayev any room to turn and try and get a shot in. Ali Kulov. Nurulev. Overlap from Saitov. Can't play the ball back inside though. Tabata, the substitute, will cut it out. Back to Bozarov again. Moscovoy. Stanijevic. Stanijevic took a little trip on the edge of the area. The referee had a look, didn't say, or didn't give a penalty rather. Stanijevic felt he was taken out there as he went to try and get on that return ball from Norchayev. I think he made just a run into Abdul Karim rather than the other way around. Good header. Chance on the break here for Norchayev. He's tried to go through Kuki, who made the challenge. Still, it's not clear. Jet 4 waiting in the middle. Norchayev, free header. Oh, he's headed wide. What a chance. There was a player coming in behind him as well who may have had a better angle for that. It was Bozarov, I think. Norchayev, though. It wasn't Bozarov, it was Moscovoy. What a chance, right, oh, just before half-time, rather, for Nasaf to take the lead. Right smile from Ruzikul Berdiev. He knows that that should have hit the target at least. Here's Stanijevic. Now Ali Kulov. Mukitdinov. In by Davronov. Heavy challenge in the penalty area. Al-Haidas. Afif. Cazorla. Wasted ball again into no man's land. No white shirt anywhere near it. Tabata playing at Al Sadd for his 3rd season. He's played for Besiktas and Gaziantepspor. Scored in the final QSL game of the season, actually, before coming to Saudi Arabia. Penalty. Stanijevic. Mukitdinov. Bozarov. Oh, high over the top from Bozarov again. Managed to get plenty of shots in this first half, FD Nasaf, but not too many of them have troubled Barsham. Something they'll need to be an improvement of for the remainder of the game. 5 minutes to go to half-time, just over. Cazorla. Afif. On by Cazorla. Davronov. Touch from Pedro to get away from Bozarov. Abdul Karim. Wad. Foul on Tabata. How many of the substitutes we'll see in the second half? They have already had to. Well, in the last game they had to make early changes. 5 substitutes can be made, of course. Al Sadd have had to make a change. Tabata coming on for Guilherme. Nurmatov just organising a wall. We're just organising his defenders. Ayew will look to pounce on this one. Shot took a deflection, which helped to take some of the sting out of it, and straight through to Nematov. Kuki with the long ranger. Given away to Alhaidos. Ayu. Wide. Santi Cazorla pulls the shot wide. Good chance. He'll be disappointed with that, Santi Cazorla. Scored 3 times in the group stages last season. He has only got the 1 goal so far. That was in the 5-2 win over Al Wahdat. Good sight of goal there as well. He will certainly feel he should have done better with that one. Player of his quality. Norchayev. Nuruleyev. Shot took a deflection again, and Barsham going well. Better from Nasaf that time, at least. They've hit the target. Norchayev involved in that build-up. Made his 50th Superliga appearance recently against Lokomotiv back on the first week in April. Norchayev just offside. Davronov's header back to Nematov. And there was the offside just a moment or so ago against Norchayev. Pedro on the chase, tried to stretch and head that back to his goalkeeper, but there was no real need. He wasn't under any great pressure. It was simpler just to allow the ball to bounce and do what he just did and play it back by along the ground. But they've given the ball away here in a dangerous position. It's offside again, though. Moscovoy's shot wouldn't have counted anyway. I don't think there'll be too much added time to go at the end of the first half. There was just that injury to Guillaume that saw him substituted. Pedro. Two minutes of added time to come. Kuki. Back to Barsham. Abdul Karim. Saitov. Moscovoy. High over the top from Norchayev. Well, he's worked hard along the front line, Norchayev, supported by Nuruleyev and Bozarov on the other side. A couple of times he has hit the target, but more often than not, he's a little wayward with his shooting. Sure, but the law of averages said if they keep getting shots in on goal, at some point Nasaf will find a way through Al Sadd's defences. Shake of the head from Ruzikul Berdiev. Tabata. Akram Afif. Running at Saitov, did well to get the ball across, but misses everybody out once again. Lack of quality from Akram Afif, something you don't say too often. But the man who's been so influential in his career at Al Sadd, also played at Villarreal and Sporting Gijón. Saitov. Davronov. Bukitdinov. Goes out off Pedro, but that will be the last action of the first half. Bang on 2 minutes. The referee Marning blows the whistle. It was a fairly uneventful first half. There were plenty of shots, not too many on target. And food for thought for both coaches as they head in at the break. Ruskil Berdiev and Javi Gracia. Deadlock yet to be broken here. It's FC Nasaf 0, Al Sadd 0.
Esta intercom no funciona, ¿no? Hola, hola. No habla. Mejor no habla.
Welcome back. No goals at half-time between FC Nasaf and Al Sadd. We're at the Prince Mohammed bin Fahad Stadium in Dammam. Javi Gracia will be hoping his side can fare slightly better in front of goal in that second half. Weren't too many efforts on target from either side. Andre Ayew was kept relatively quiet in that first half. Did have to make a change. Al Sadd bringing on Rodrigo Tabata for the injured Guilherme. That front three of FC Nasaf, Bozarov, Norchev and Nurulev saw a lot of the ball in the first half. Norchev with a couple of shots which were off target. Draw not really of much use to either side in the group. Say Al Faisley atop of the group at the moment on 8 points. Nasaf with 5, Al Sadd and Al Wedat with 4 apiece with 2 games to play. It is FC Nasaf that get us off and running in the second half. Big appeals for a foul. There's nothing been given though. Bozarov. Saitov. Stanijevic. Still can't find a way through Nasaf. Wad. Tarek. Pedro. Tabata. Abdul Karim. Bit of space for him to work in here. Can't get the ball past Mozgovoy though. Cazorla had that shot just at the end of the first half, which went just wide. Santi Cazorla. Tabata. Cut out by Mozgovoy. Bozarov. Norchev's continued his run. Just out of his reach, though, right the way across goal. Tarek. Abdul Karim. To the box area for Ayew, fifth cam arriving late into the box. Again, another chance comes to nothing for Al Sadd. Norchayev. Davronov running into trouble. Tabata wriggles away from his man. He's got Afif one side, he's got Ayew through the middle. Here's Akram Afif. Tried to chip that one over for Ayew, but Ali Kulov's a big target to get the ball over. Moscovoy. Ishmuridov. Ali Kulov. Nurulev. Bozarov. He was offside. I think he tried to leave the ball. Bozarov realizing he was offside, but the flag had already gone up on this near side. Afif. Tabata just trying to turn away from his man, got the shot away, but well wide again. Lack of composure in front of goal from both teams already this evening. Bodum. Is Ali Kulov? Not too many goal-mad chances so far in the second half as yet. Here comes Saitov. Norchayev. This is better. Norchayev's racing through the middle. Did that take a slight deflection from Mukhitdinov? I think it probably did, so it will be a corner to Nasaf. See if they can get a little bit of space in the penalty area that comes all the way across. It was Davronov that was climbing highest, picked up by Barsham though. Sure, we'll see plenty of changes in the second half, just to try and give the game a little bit of a kick at the backside, really, if needs be, because it is lacking in chances at the moment. It's got all the way back to Barsham. Ali Kulov gets there ahead of Andre Ayew. Blocked by Cazorla. This is Ward. Afif outside him. Only Ayew in the centre at the moment. It's gone back to Santi Cazorla. Can strike them from this sort of range. Cazorla took a slight deflection. Gathered in by Nemetov. Could have gone anywhere, just took a slight deflection, I think. There wasn't too much on it. Santi Cazorla scored some pretty spectacular goals in his career. Villarreal and Arsenal. Inside by Abdul Karim, Cazorla. Akram Afif, he could be key to unlocking this Nasaf defence for Al Sadd. And crossfield again, big appeals for handball. Not given again though. A couple of appeals for penalties in the first half. Santi Cazorla seen a lot of the ball in the second half. Thought he got the foul there. Here's again Cazorla. Tabata. Trying to play that through to Akram Afif. Too many red shirts back in the way. They give it away to Cazorla, but fortunately bounces straight back to Nuraliev. Saitov. Nuraliev. Moving the ball with a bit of pace in the second half. Nasaf, overlap from Davronov. First time ball in, just flicks off the heels of Tarek. Away as far as Davronov. Another offside flag up, I think. So that would have come to nothing. The game's first yellow card for Alibek Davronov. It's his second yellow card, so it does mean he will miss the last group game for the handball. That was the appeal for a penalty. I think it definitely came off the chest. I don't think there was any arm involved. Tarek. Won their first official QSL title back in the mid-1970s, Al Sadd. 57 titles they've won across their career, or across their history. Injury here to the goalkeeper, Barsham. Touch of cramp possibly for Barsham. Now's about the sort of time we would expect to see one or two substitutions starting to happen. The hour mark. It is very warm here again in Saudi Arabia tonight. Not too much in the possession at the moment. Nasaf 49%. I think Barsham's going to be okay. It's a bit of cramp by the look of it. 16 QSL titles won by Al Sadd, a record, as is their 18 Emir Cups. Been a very successful side over the years in Qatar. Now getting the substitute goalkeeper ready. Al Sadd, just in case, a bit of a precaution. Yusuf Abdullah is the substitute keeper on the bench, and they do have two keepers actually. Saad El Sheeb is on the bench as well for Al Sadd. Foul on Bozarov. Gives Nasaf a free kick in a dangerous position here, a chance to try and come up with a decent delivery. Four players on the edge of the area, four players just waiting for the ball to potentially come back out again. Ball in, took a deflection, it was gathered by Barsham. It's going to be a free kick for a foul on the goalkeeper. Now again, another chance comes to nothing. Two little niggles just creeping in at the moment. The beauty of not having a crowd, of course, is you can hear every shout from the players, and it's very noisy in this second half. It's confirmation of that possession, just slightly in Al Sadd's favour at the moment. Ayew, Tabata, Pedro, away by Davronov. And Nasaf did draw their last game 0-0 against Al Faisley. It's in by Abdul Karim. Tabata trying to get it off to Adrian Ayew, but again, just getting the ball caught out and comfortable for the goalkeeper to get Nematov. Norchayev goes down, there's no foul, forward by Tabata, Andre Ayew. Afif, clever feet to get away from Saitov. Into Tabata and knocked him off his feet. The ball was hit that little bit of pace. Now chase out for Bozarov. No, Norchayev looking to get on the end of the pass, but not really executed well enough. Tariq, Cazorla, caught in possession by Mozgovoy! And Al Sadd have gifted an opening goal to Al Nasaf. And it's Mozgovoy who gets his first goal of the competition. Given away on the edge of the area, Mozgovoy latched onto it like a flash, and it's a great finish beyond Barsham. Ruzikul Berdiev will be delighted with his side's work rate. Santi Cazorla caught in possession. It's a nice little flick back by Norchayev, and Mozgovoy did the rest. His first goal in over a year. He scored 2 goals against Serkon in the league a year ago. Akmal Mozgovoy, but an important goal here to put his side in front. Santi Cazorla less to reflect on what was a mistake by him, and a rare mistake as well on the edge of his own penalty area. So 64 minutes gone. Al Sadd trailing now by a goal to nil. Tariq goes back to Barsham. Closed down again by Norchayev. Al-Haidos. Afif. Pedro won't keep that one in play. It'll be a throw into Nasaf. Bosarov's gone down. Injured again. Again, the referee saw nothing wrong with it. Pedro. The referee's halted play. I don't think Al Sadd we're going to put the ball out, so referee will come and check on Bozarov and see if he needs a bit of treatment. Reminder, the other two teams in the group play directly after this. Al Faisley and Al Wadat. And the final games in this group come on Wednesday when Al Sadd play Al Faisley and Al Wadat play FC Nasaf, the 6th match and final match for these teams in the 2022 AFC Champions League group stages. Change coming here for Nasaf. It is the man who went off in that first game very early on, who's made a remarkable recovery, even Solovev. Nurilayev is coming on. He was the player that replaced him in the starting lineup. Looked like a really bad ankle injury for Solovev. I'm surprised he's managed to recover so quickly. Credit to the medical staff for getting him ready. Forward by Tariq. Comfortable for Nematov. Hasn't really had a saving anger to make in the game so far, the Nasaf goalkeeper, Abduvakid Nematov. Abdul Karim. Cazorla. Afif. Nicely done. Andre Ayew, bit of space for him to shoot. Good save by the keeper. Pushed it back into play, but nobody was able to follow up. Well, minutes after just saying that he hadn't made a good save, he has now made a very good stop, the keeper. Got down very sharply to that one. Kuki, that goal has just lifted the pace of the game. Al Sadd need to come out now, they know that. In by Pedro again, and Nematov able to gather cleanly. But Andre Ayew, closest Al Sadd have come to a goal so far. Another injury here to Davronov this time. I'm not sure what happened to Davronov then. No one anywhere near him when he went down. There's the shot from Andre Ayew. It was pushed back into play by Nematov. Fortunately, no one was following up. He's only 21 years old, the goalkeeper. Here's the goal again. Mistake by Cazorla. Very good finish by Moscovoy. Just opened up the body and found his way through at the near post. Santi Cazorla will need to make amends. Chase on here for Bozarov, who's offside this time. If it stays this way, Nasaf will go top of the table with Al-Faisley. But they won't be able to overtake them on the head-to-head because Al-Faisley beat Nasaf and the other game was drawn, so... But it will put Nasaf onto 8 points. Potentially, if they were to win their last game against Al-Wehdat, they could go through as group winners, depending obviously on what Al-Sadd do against, or what Al-Faisley do rather against Al-Sadd. Al-Faisley in action a little later on against Al-Wehdat to regain a lead at the top of the group. There's Tarek. Wad. Tarek. Abdul Karim. Cazorla. Ali Kulov. Onto Bozarov. Pedro. Tabata. Afif. Can't get the height on the cross again to give Ayu a chance of picking up a loose ball. Pedro. It's behind everybody again. It's Tabata who gets a foot to it to stab it over the top. Change back to behind then. It's Pedro that's coming off. And will be Ali Assad that's coming on. Started all 4 games prior to tonight, but he's come off the bench today. Assad. Al-Haidos can't keep the ball in play. It's not quite been a fluid performance tonight from Al-Sadd. Their free-flowing football against Al-Wehdat in the second half when they scored those 4 goals was the best they've played so far, but they've yet to repeat that. Saito have just been urged to get on with things. Abdul Karim. Chase on for Solovev. Comfortable for Abdul Karim to tidy up though in front of his goalkeeper Barsham. Saitov has just picked up a yellow card by the way. For time wasting. Ali Kulov. Solovev. Flag stays down, Norchayev! That could well wrap things up for FC Nasaf. And he deserves a goal for his efforts, Hussein Norchayev. We came off the bench in the first match. He's been a regular starter since then, Hussein Norchayev, and that's the reason why he's put his side into a 2-0 lead now. Beat the offside trap that time. Just held his run. You can see Tarek, I think it was, in the middle, playing him onside, and that's a great finish beyond Barsham. Just opened up his body and fires home. And FC Nasaf now lead by 2-0. I think he enjoyed that. Kuki. Alheidos. Comes off Tarek. Abdul Karim tussling away and just hammers the ball out of play. I think he was hoping for deflection off Solovev there. Norchayev did score a hat-trick against Metalurg in the Cup last August. Bozarov putting the goalkeeper under pressure. He slips Barsham. Great ball across, and a third goal for Moscovoy, his second of the match, but it came after the slip from Barsham. And this is turning into a bit of a rout now for FC Nasaf, who are giving themselves a better than good chance of going through to the knockout stages. Well, he seemed a little bit slow to react when the goalkeeper slipped. They may have to replace him. I don't know if that's just a follow-on from that touch of cramp that he had a while ago. And it all seemed fairly regulation for the goalkeeper. But there was the slip. And Moscovoy heads home to make it 3-0 to FC Nasaf. And they're heading for a second win in the group. I think the goalkeeper's okay, I think he's just signalling to the bench that he will be all right after a bit of treatment. Al Sadd are going to make another change in any case. It's going to be Al Hajri that's going to come on. In fact, it looks as though the goalkeeper is going off, so Barsham making way, having conceded a third goal. All smiles for Moscovoy, second of the match for him. First two goals in the competition. There's the slip again. So it is going to be Saad that's coming on. So two goalkeepers on the bench for Al Sadd. Had started 3 of the previous 4 games. Saad. Tarek. Moscovoy. Inside the final 10 minutes then. Nasaf are just cruising towards a hard-earned win here. They have brought Al-Hajri on as well. Cazorla. Afif. Here is Al-Hajri. Davronov just been spoken to. He was booked earlier on, Davronov. Just needs to be a little bit careful. Free kick finds the head of Kuki, but couldn't get up high enough, and another chance goes. So they'll look to keep a clean sheet now. So they hadn't scored in the last 2 matches, FC Nasaf. They have kept 2 clean sheets already. Saitov. So it will be Al-Wadat for Nasaf in their final game. Al-Faisley. Al-Sad is their final game. Maybe a free kick to Al-Sad. Wad. On ball forward again, plucked out of the air by Nemetov. Saitov. Solovev nudged in the back by Wad, but play continues. Al-Haidos. Andre Ayew. Tabata bundled over on the edge of the penalty area. That's going to be a free kick to Al Sadd. Can they get themselves a consolation here late on? Nematov waits, made that one good save earlier on from Andre Ayew. It's going to be Tabata that's over the free kick. Just complaining that Al-Haidos is a little close to the wall. He does have to be a metre away from the wall these days. It will be Tabata. Can he get this one up and over the wall? Yes, he can, but it's a good save by Nematov. And then the follow-up from Al-Hajri goes way over the top. So again, Nasaf's goal survives. It's a good free kick. Goalkeeper had his angles correct. Not so Al-Hajri with a follow-up. Cazorla. Al-Haidos. Cazorla. Al-Hajri. Al-Haidos again. Good defending from Eshmuradov, the captain. Now Bozarov still full of running even at this late stage of the game. Moscovoy's on a hat-trick, don't forget, he was the man going through the middle. Nematov clears long once again. Cazorla. Off by a thief. Here come Nasaf again on the break, 3 against 3. Not a great ball. Cazorla. Still no sign of Al Sadd trying to come up with anything to breach this Nasaf defence that has defended well when it's needed to tonight. Afif. Wad. Cazorla. Better ball in, but once again, goalkeeper equal to it. Triple change. Kolmuradov, Smolagic and Sadaliev Saduleyev are coming on. Norchev, Borisov and Saitov going off. Just token substitute really for the final few minutes here. Header from QAT. Away by Nemetov. Offside flag. Brings that move to a halt. 3 minutes added time at the end of the 90 minutes here. Cazorla. Almost caught in possession by Kolmuradov. Off the head of QAT. Good volley, and into the bottom corner, a consolation. And it's Ricardo Tabata that scores his third goal of the competition. Nemetov finally beaten, and you can see how disappointed he is to have not kept the clean sheet. Brilliant technique, kept his eye on the ball all the way, watched it drop, just took a little step back and guided it into the bottom corner. Nemetov got a slight hand on it, couldn't keep it out, and it's 3-1. Third goal, as we say, for Tabata, scored in the last 3 matches now. On a bit of a scoring run at the moment, but it's not going to be a goal that helps his side to victory, unfortunately. Good running by Smiladic, but he can't get the ball. Substitute into the final minute of the added time. Good lead by QAT. Andre Ayew. Good technique, he wasn't too far away with that. That would have been pretty spectacular. Shame they couldn't have scored 10 minutes ago, really. Al Sadd might have set us up for an interesting final part of the game, but at 3-0 it was always going to be a struggle. But getting that goal has just added a little bit of respectability to the scoreline. Andre Ayew we saw his reaction as well. Felt he should have done better from there. There goes the full-time whistle. FC Nasaf have put themselves in a great position. They can still go through. They'll be keeping a keen eye on what happens in the next match between Al Faisaly and Al Wadat. Muscovoy with a couple. Norchayev got one as well before that goal right at the end from Tabata reduced the deficit. But a good performance by the side from Uzbekistan, FC Nasaf, and they have taken the 3 points. Full time here, FC Nasaf 3, Al Sadd 1.
What you say?